Okay, welcome back. Last time we finished off climbing Mount Katatsumuri, and now we can make our way into the Caracol. We also destroyed the first 3 members of the Order of the Holy Lance. So before I go and do anything else today, I have a little bit of shopping to do. So, you know what, I have enough money. I'm just going to buy 99 of those from now on, and I'll stock up on some onuses, and some tranquilizers, and some, whatchamacallem, antidotes. And I'll also buy 7 Bombs of Life, just to bring me up to a nice round number, and also a few Chewing Souls, just on the off chance that I need them. Okay, so now, before we go and do anything else, let's also go and deliver these sweepstakes, and let's go and deliver these sweepstake entries to Tamaki, and then we can make our way into the Velvet Room, before I go and make some more progress. Because in between episodes, I have done a little bit of grinding. And by that I mean I've gone up maybe 1 level. But I went and got a whole bunch of cards so I can get some new personas. Okay, so, off we go to the Velvet Room, and I now need to talk to the Demon Painter. But before I do that, let's go talk to Igor, because I need to quickly double check on the numbers. Okay, so I want to get Seobu, which is 108 Empress cards, and Baal for 111 Emperor cards. Then I want 160 for Genbu, and... Okay, I think I remember the numbers now. Okay, so it was 108 Empress. Also, this is going to take a little while, unfortunately. Okay, so, the 108 for that... It's 108 Empress. I wish there was just a, like, hold to go up by multiples of 10. I think there is in Eternal Punishment, but in Innocent Sin, you just have to go the entire way. It's a little bit unfortunate, and I'm really sorry that you're going to have to hear this sound clip just over and over and over again. But don't worry, we're nearly there. And then I needed 117 for the sun. Okay, so... Now that I have all of these, let's get some new personas. Because since I'm going into Caracol, I'm going to be in there for probably 2 or 3 episodes, so I want to get some new things. So first up, we're going to get Seobu, who, realistically, I just want Heartfelt Prayer. Heartfelt Prayer is the move. And, you know what, while I'm here, sure, let's also teach it Agi, just for a bit more coverage, I guess. Okay, so that is Seobu, now acquired. Very nice. Heartfelt Prayer is a move that I pretty much just want to have to get access to a few certain combo spells. Because, well, there's a few fusion spells that I think I'm going to need later in the game. Well, not necessarily need, but that I definitely want. Now, Baal... You know what? Sure, let's teach it Bufu, why not? Because it seems to pretty much all be water and ice moves as well. So we can now get Baal, very nice. And I never know if it's pronounced Baal or Baal. I feel like I've heard it as both. But I'm pretty sure it's Baal in some games, but I'm pretty sure in P5 Joker calls it Baal. Anyway. So now we go to Hermit, and I can get Genbu. Genbu is basically going to be a wall, and that is always nice to have. Honestly, I kind of want to use the Megiddo card, or the Mediorama card or something, but I just don't trust using it, if that makes sense. I'll get Aquas because that's, you know, that's a solid thing. Also, I feel like Genbu there just being more defensive-oriented maybe isn't going to be the best for me. But hey, it's okay. Also, I think that's a really cool design for Genbu. It's very colourful. Obviously, the version we currently have, where it's like the turtle and it has the kind of dragon on its tail, I think that's also really cool. And finally, we can get Heimdall from Norse mythology. And I guess I'll give him Bufu as well. And now we can go and get all these. Actually, why would I don't need Bufu. I'll take Agi, I guess. So now I have a bit more coverage and another healing melody user who can also get Bufula and Magarula. Pretty much, I'm just getting a whole bunch of moves. Also, I negotiated with the same demon just over and over and over again. So I ended up with a ridiculous number of star cards. So I think maybe I should also fuse a new star persona. So you know what, let's do just that, because I have 686 of these cards. So let's get Huenia, Hunia. Anyway, let's also give that... You know what, sure, let's give that Agi as well. And that is Garula and learns Garudine later down the line. That is very nice to have. Okay, so, now we have 5 new personas ready to go as we enter this dungeon. I mean, I have to remember to quickly equip them, but hey, we're gonna have new personas in here, and I just had an awful... I just had a recollection. Maybe there is access to the Velvet Room in there. Either way, let's quickly get Seobo, and Bal, and I'll switch out Marshal Shanpeng, I think. And there's Heimdall, and I can just add Huenia in. And then I'll bring Kinish Kakmo back in place of Tengu. Oh, I don't like having them ordered like this. So it is time for me to quickly try to fix these. Honestly, I'd like to have... that is perfectly arranged as far as I'm concerned now. And now I can just shuffle all of these around to basically just be in level order. And then I can have... I'll just have Lisa and whatchamacallit Yukino switch, and we should be ready to go. However, I still also need to finish leveling up our current personas, because all these have gotten a couple of ranks up, but we aren't quite maxed out with them yet. The Yukino got Sonic Bolt and Fiery Fury, then we got... Nope, that's the wrong one. Yeah, we have more stuff with Vulcanus, he has Tarukaja now, Eros learned Sharpshoot, and Maya Prime got Mediorama, and that is probably the single most important thing I could have hoped for, because that is a large area. Like, that is the medium hey, it heals everyone spell. But now, nearly 8 minutes into the episode, let's get back to this cable car, get up this mountain, and enter Caracol. Because this is where we're probably gonna be for the next couple of episodes. I think the last time well, that's a trap floor. I think the last time I was in here, it took me 2 or 3 episodes to get through Caracol, and I'm pretty sure they were quite long ones. So I might be wrong, but hey, we'll see what we can do. You know what, while I'm here, Maya, tell this Satyr to get out of here in the nicest way you can via an interview. Because I know that I can just safely negotiate with Satyrs every single time. And that just works. And also, hey, 50 cards at a time is very nice to get. Even if there aren't all that many lovers personas in this game. That blew up and did next to nothing, but okay. Pretty much in this dungeon, I don't remember if there's a certain gimmick. I know that later there's a bit that's a little bit inconvenient. But for now, I think we're okay. So let's quickly kill that. So we'll kill the Shogarth because armor is pretty much going to be a necessity. Oh, none of these personas that I just got immediately have area of effect to do there. Oh, that's a minor inconvenience, but you know what? We can work with that as we make our way through. You know what? Will this work? Let's try it. Lisa, kill that man. And let's go for Fiery Fury so we can get burn damage as well. Well, less burn damage, but hey, it's still fire damage, so whatever, it should be okay. And then I can also hit them with another Fiery Fury. Maybe I get double... I'm not going to say there is, but maybe there's a fusion spell where I just use Fiery Fury with multiple people. Or if I use, like, Icy Fury or Thunderous Fury or something. I don't know. Either way, there goes those guys. Get out of here, last battalion. I mean, those guys are not going to be the first, nor are they going to be the last members of the last battalion we kill. Okay, so what's in here? We have found a strength card. I have also ran into a dead end. I feel like I should really use the cards more, because they're just like, hey, this is just a flat stat buff for the persona when you fuse it. Okay, these are two different enemy types, actually. Either way, I can just hit them with the Bane Splash. I can just hit them with Bane Splash and then go for Fiery Fury. Just go for double Fiery Fury and test my Fury. So let's see here. Hopefully none of them go for Sharpshoot. Okay, Bash, Repeater, Barrage, that hits everyone. I think that's it, it missed someone. And Bash, fortunately they don't do all that much damage, and I can kind of just cover any damage that they do deal. There's one Fiery Fury, and that second one should kill, I think. There we go. Honestly, I don't mind fighting the last battalion members because they don't really have any... Well, one, you know, given what they are, I don't mind. And also, I just don't mind fighting them because they don't have any weaknesses or anything as far as I can tell. But they also don't seem to have any resistances. So you can kind of just hit them. And, you know, time and tested, what if we just hit them? Well, if the strategy of what if I just hit them ever stops working, then I don't know what my trust will be in video game logic anymore. Okay, so let's just hit them with everything we have, and what's Teteraja do? Nullify one light or dark attack? I will almost certainly do that. You know what? Let's go for Sonic Bullet this time. Let's go Sonic Bullet Fiery Fury. I don't know if there's any fusion spells relating to these. What I probably should have done is there's one item. Okay, that didn't even possess Tatia. Fantastic. I know that there's an item you can get from the casino. Maybe I should go there in between episodes and try to win it. That basically just tells you, like, hey, here's fusion spells that you're missing. And I'm pretty sure it tells you just how to do them, which would be quite nice to get. I'm pretty sure you can also win a couple of weapons and, whatchamacallit, like, summoning materials as well, which could also prove to be quite nice. Okay, that'll just link back to where I was, but you know, it's nice to have a more complete map of the area. Okay, I have Hernia, so I should know what this is weak to. Hernia, what are you weak to? Nothing, actually. Doesn't have weakness. Okay. Well, Crowley seems like it should be weak to light. It's weak to either light or getting punched in the face. So I'm gonna test light, and then everyone else can test punching it in the face. I think. I feel like that makes sense. And I guess I'll try to get rid of Hernia. Oh, we also have Mamudo now. That is very nice to have. And we'll go for Sonic Bullet and Fiery Fury, just because I can hit everyone. Okay, Cursed Name is just an insta-kill. Maybe they heard I was talking smack. Okay, it reflects light. Okay, given the fact that it reflects light, tells me that it is almost certainly a just physical attack thing. But if you just attack it physically, you should be okay. And I, despite reading what it did, still went for the wrong move. I mean, hey, if that isn't on brand, I don't know what is. So now I can go for Magnara on the other Stymphalides. Stymphalides? I don't know how to pronounce that. And we can double in on Hernia, and then we can go for Fiery Fury, and hopefully this will kill. And if it doesn't... Okay. Maybe I should just revive people. I do have access to revives, but also I'm starting to realize maybe I'm a little bit on the under-leveled side of things, but also at the same time it doesn't make that much of a difference, because honestly, this game is still quite easy. Even though I'm, you know, even though I'm under-leveled and this fight is going pretty badly, I'm still over-leveled, so I'm still probably gonna be just fine. And from here, we can just finish them off with Magnara, I think. There we go. And now we get that... Wow, that was a ton of experience. Okay. I did not think I was going to get that much EXP from one fight, but okay. And now... Oh, I need to switch back to using Maya Prime. So if we switch Maya back to Maya Prime... Actually, if I go for just regular Maya, if I just use regular Maya to heal, it's probably actually more effective. Not in terms of... That was what, 5? I think I was 5 casts, so that'd be about 30. Yeah, it evens out to roughly around the same. Okay, so... Now I'm going to play a fun game called I Don't Remember How to Navigate Caracol, and this is a long dungeon. I remember this is a long dungeon because I know what the boss is at the end of it. Fortunately, I'm pretty sure it's a quite fun boss. And also, you know, this is where, because we are now at a point where a lot of the things in the story are kind of coming together, we are going to get to a point where, hey, here's all of it coming together as we start approaching the end game. I think after this we have like 5 dungeons left, which may not sound like a lot. Some of them will probably just be 1 episode, but that final dungeon will probably be like 5 episodes. No, maybe not 5. Depending on how long the episodes go, it could be quite long though. That does not need Earth. But yeah, I remember the final dungeon of this game is quite long and has a good few boss fights. So who knows, maybe we'll have a tough fight in there somewhere. I say that, but I don't think I've ever died to any of them. But hey, anything could happen. I didn't even realise that I just set myself up to use Bane Splash until it was like, hey, do you want to use Bane Splash? And yeah, sure, why not? Honestly though, I kind of wish it would just bring up all the numbers at the same time. Well, that has caused a very minor inconvenience. But hey, Fiery Fury gets good damage, and Tatsuya just hits somebody. So what do I do now? I guess I will pivot my strategy. I'll just pivot my strategy into just kind of doing regular attacks. Because if Tatsuya and Akechi are just going to be kind of locked into using, whatchamacallit, physical moves, I might as well just have them attack. And on the plus side, they are 2 of my more powerful physical attackers, so I'm not too worried about them. Okay, so that's that fight over, let's keep moving on. And Akechi levels up to 35. I still want to get him more agility, though. So maybe I should... Okay, I keep saying that I want him to get more agility, but I don't switch his persona to one that'll give him more agility. So his physical strength just keeps going up and up and up and up and up. Okay, I don't have... Do I have Mamagnara on anything? I have regular Magnara. Do I see Mamagnara? I do... Oh, yeah, I do. I have one thing that'll do it. So I'll have Maya switch to using Genbu. So I can go for 1 Magnara there. Then I can have Lisa use a Magnara. Wait. Hold on. If I recall correctly, maybe I'm wrong. If I move Akechi to be, like, between those 2, I think maybe that's how I get the Area of Effect Earth spell. I might be wrong, but I would like to be just I'd like to just double check, basically. And I guess I'll go for Sonic Bullet just to kind of hit everything. And then also go for... I'll have Tatsuya switch over to Iris. No, I will not, actually, because of, you know, bad usage condition. And I suppose I'll just use Heimdall instead and go for a 1 regular Bufula. Okay, we've started 1. Craggy Fang! Well, 1, that's a cool name. But that is a cool name for a move. Like, oh, we also got a mutation? Stats increased. That's totally fine by me. Okay, so I've now learned the Area of Effect Earth spell, which is going to be quite nice to have. Okay, we found another treasure chest. What's in the treasure chest? Something useful? Almost certainly not. Okay, so I'll go for Craggy Fang with the team once again. And then I will also have Yukino just go for Sonic Bullet, because it'll hit everyone else. And then I'll have Tatsuya switch over to Volcanus Prime and go for Fiery Fury. I probably should have just gone for double Fiery Fury, but I'm pretty sure that Hernia resists fire. I think it actually resists, like, all magic. And that's... well, that's throwing a bit of a problem my way. Well, less a problem, more an inconvenience. Let's say inconvenient. I mean, I'm still going to go for the exact same strategy that I just did, only Maya's not going to be alive this turn. Either way, I'm not going to be too impacted by that. Sorry, did I just take 94 damage from Palimpa? Okay, so there goes Crowley. And now we just have these guys left. And Tatsuya still can't actually do anything right now. On the plus side, they can't seem to do any damage to me, so, I think we should be okay. However, if I have Rakam... do I have Rakam on anyone? I don't have Rakam anymore, do I? I no longer have Rakam, which is a little bit of an inconvenience for me. It's a bit inconvenient because I had Rakam on the Tengu, I believe. And, well, obviously I just got rid of the Tengu when I came into this dungeon. But from here on out, I think this fight is just about over. Yukino and, well, actually, Lisa and Akichi are much closer to dying than Yukino is. That's one down. Malaquas should nearly finish them off, and Tatsuya still can't move. But that should be them done this turn. While I was doing some grinding in the abandoned factory, I did come to one realization. I encountered Neja, who turns up as a kind of random encounter mini-boss, I guess. And I don't know if I was just over-leveled for fighting it, or if it was just, like, super weak to this one thing. But I absolutely just obliterated it with Zeodyne. I hit it with one Zeodyne and it just died instantly. And I'm pretty sure I'd said it was an enemy that was level 35. So, yeah, we just got one huge hit in on it, and it just died instantly. It kind of just exploded in one shot. I mean, hey, I have no complaints about that. Okay, we found 3 energy drinks. I don't like that I'm over here. I didn't even think I'd be able to fit through that, like, little narrow corridor there. If I could find some quicker way... if I have some quicker way to kill Hernia, that would immediately solve any of it. Also, yes, I am fully aware that I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, and that I may be unintentionally making it sound like, you know, Hernia, like the... is it an illness? Is it like a... I don't even know what a hernia technically is. Anyway, which is probably not a great thing, because it's like... I feel like I know a few medical things. I mean, hey, I will also be the first person to throw my hands up and openly admit, hey, I'm not a doctor. As much as I would love to be able to be like, yeah, I play Trauma Center well enough to pretend that I can be. No, I am not a doctor, and I don't foresee myself ever being one. Like, I do not feel like I would be qualified to do that, and also, I just don't think I'd manage, I think. Like, if through some series of absolute shenanigans I managed to become a doctor, I think I would probably be okay until a patient died, at which point I would probably just have the like, okay, if anyone... so, I know that this is probably a long shot, but if anyone watching has been or knows someone who's, like, in the medical field, is that a thing? Like, are there people who, like, just kind of quit it or, like, really struggle after a patient dies for the first time? Or, like, or is it just something that they kind of come to expect as part of the job? Because I think that's a kind of interesting thing. I don't know, I feel like just medicine, I feel like the medical world is just really interesting and I don't know much about it. I just cast a move called Mephistopheles on me. Well, hey, it seems to be working. Okay, everyone... I mean, 2 of my party members are just immune to curses, so Crowley can't do anything to them. And now we just gradually just beat him up. And we just slowly wait it out. He is immune to Akichi's attacks. I think it's because Akichi still has... I think it was called True Force or something. Yeah, Akichi's weapon is like True Force or something, which is a almighty dealing damage weapon. An almighty damage dealing weapon, that's what it's called. Okay, I probably shouldn't have used Maya to heal there. But okay, 45,000 yen, okay. I mean, hey, that's a nice little chunk of money. Okay, sorry, Mr. Sata, but you gotta go right now. You know what? I don't think this thing's gonna be particularly threatening to me. I'm just gonna do a regular series of attacks. Okay, my Magnara could maybe be a bit more of a problem than I thought. 68, 118, that was what, 190, 206. Okay, it has at least 300 health.
You sure picked on the wrong guys.
Like, that thing's health pool sits somewhere between, like, 297 and 360. I mean, did I need to know that? Almost certainly not. I almost certainly will never need to have that information. But hey, if I ever find myself in a situation where it's like, hey, we need someone who knows Shin Megami Tensei things. Like, what is this thing's maximum number of HP? I may now know the answers. Okay, so let's just go for Magnara. And then we go for Aquas, and then I'll switch, whatchamacallit, Maya back onto Genbu. And now we can go for Craggy Fang once again. And then I can just have... I can probably have Tatsuya switch here, can't I? Do I have Twin Slash on anything? I do not. I could have sworn... I could have sworn Hernia starts with it. Oh well. I mean, realistically, I will be switching over and using those probably once my Prime Personas kind of max themselves out. Because, hey, I would quite like to be able to use everything. Craggy Fang will just annihilate these 3 enemies, though. Just obliterates that front line. And now... Okay. Okay, Tatsuya, I see the 300 damage crit. It's maybe not that serious. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate the vision, but, maybe a little bit overkill. Okay, there we... Oh! I was going the right way. The map had one thing of like, hey, you can go down from here. So, I guess we'll just continue fighting all these guys. Because, hey, if there's one thing I enjoy doing, it is fighting anything that moves in these games. Okay, I think if I level up Sayobo, that may be beneficial to me. Mostly just because Healing Melody is quite helpful just in general. Healing Melody is... Oh, wait. Did I get... I think I got one of these personas because I saw a Healing Melody when I needed Heartfelt Prayer. Well, I feel a bit stupid now. I maybe got one of these personas for nothing because I wanted Heartfelt Prayer. Heartfelt Prayer is the move I need. And I think I may have just gotten them to get... I may have gotten them to get the wrong move. If that's the case, then... if that's the case, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed in myself, to be honest. That should kill. There we go. Come on, no level up. I'm hoping that I'm just kind of on the verge of the level up. Okay, Yukino leveled up. That is fine. Her vitality is through the roof. Like, her vitality is right next to Akichi's strength. Maybe I should... No. I'll use Maya to heal. Because, as always, the solution to something in Persona 2 is, hey, Maya can handle it. Genuinely, I think Maya is probably my favorite party member in Persona 2. Like, across both Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment, I think she's just great. Although there is one other party member in Eternal Punishment that I'm extremely fond of as a party member. Like, as a character, I can take them or leave them, but as a party member, fantastic. Okay, so now these guys, they can be hit with Craggy Fang, and then, yeah, sure, let's go for that. And then Fiery Fury should do enough to probably finish off any survivors. Oh no, I clicked into that too fast. So let's cancel out of it. Well, we got hit by poison, so that's an annoyance. Not gonna lie, I'm not exactly enjoying that. Why did I run? Why did I try to run? Why is everyone poisoned? Okay. This is going a bit worse than I thought it would. I'm still gonna try to run. I mean, hey, I'm right there with Lisa, but also at the same time, we kind of need to, because everyone is now poisoned. Okay, this is just where I came in from. So let's just ignore that and keep making our way down. Okay, Hyphen, what are you weak to? Strike and Havoc damage. I hate the term Havoc damage. Why is it... Like, it's so pointlessly obtuse. Like, what does that define as? Because almost everything that I've seen that seems to do Havoc damage, it seems to be, like, moves that are pretty much just like, hey, you're just, like, biting the target or something. I don't know, it's a little bit weird to me, and I don't quite get it. Come on, kill both those Shogoffs. We got one. And also, yes, I am just going to leave Tatia, Maya, and Lisa just all poisoned until they die. Because, hey, it's cheaper than doing it the other way. Well, more accurately, it's more practical for me to do it this way, because otherwise I could go back to town, but also then I've kind of just wasted my time so far. I say that like I've made any real progress, but still. And this thing is going to be a problem now. Okay, let's just quit out of that. Okay, Zyonga, please target one of the poisoned people, game. Like, it's not that difficult to target a poisoned person, is it, game? Okay, let's just keep doing all these. Sure, why not? Heavy Rain as well. And then Yukino can cast Zanma on the Shogoff, and that should be all of these sorted out. That's not going to do anything. Is it? That did not kill, but hey, Genbu went up, so that's a positive. 10 out of 10, I feel like I say I feel like I make this game so much harder than I need to for myself. But, like, no, I actually just make this game harder for myself than I need to. Okay, Maya isn't leveling up. Ikichi, are you leveling up? Status. No, that's a set turn on. Status. You're more than likely leveling up, so let's switch you to a new persona. You can switch over to Heimdall for this turn. And now Lisa is not leveling up this turn, so she can pass her turn. Katsuya is also probably not leveling up, and Yukino... Honestly, I'm not too worried about Yukino's stats. Yukino will be fine as is. Okay. Ufula should kill. No? Nope. Did I not set anyone else? Why did I just have everyone block? I don't know what I'm doing today. Apparently, I just don't know what I'm doing today. Which, realistically, shouldn't really come as much as a surprise to me, but hey, here we are. Is there anything around the back here? Doesn't look like it, so let's keep heading on down. And the game will tell me, I think, if there's going to be a major point, so I'm not too worried. Okay, so we'll have Maya switch on over to... Oh, that's a bit inconvenient. Guard. Lisa can switch to... Lisa can switch to Bal, and now I can have Maya switch to Kinish Kakmo, and because now Maya is on Kinish Kakmo, she can use she can use my hammer, and then I can have Heimdall just hit that, and Bale can do that. Atia can just do kind of whatever. In an ideal turn, ideally, in an ideal world, Tatia, Maya, and Lisa all get knocked out this turn. That's the ideal turn right now. Okay, there goes one. That is exactly what I needed. Which, on paper, is not good at all, but just go with it. Just go with it. This is actually what the team needed right now. Because now I can run away like a big hero. Because now I can just run away like a big hero. And also, on top of that, I can now patch up everyone else, because no one has to deal with poison anymore. Which is always good, because dealing with poison is annoying. And also, yes, I did buy antidotes to deal with this problem, but I don't want to use them. Why? Because I'm very, not someone who likes using items. If I can avoid using items, I will. Like, I will throw my hands up and fully admit I am someone who will go out of my way. I will inconvenience myself on so many levels in a game just to not have to use items. Okay. Akishi's gonna stick on using Heimdall because I need him to get some agility. And Lisa will do the same because I want her to get some dexterity. And Hatsuya can just burn and them, I guess. And then we can also go for attack damage on Sabo here. I feel like I do need to kind of commit more on AoE, especially if I'm fighting 4 of the same enemy. But hey, I think we should be okay. If nothing else, I'm killing 1 this turn. Miragion does pretty solid damage across the board. Twin Slash isn't doing a whole lot. Zanima finishes off a second one. Very nice. Okay, so now we just run that turn back, and that should be this fight over. Very nice. Okay, what I'm gonna do is, because I'm coming up on 40 minutes, I think what I'm gonna do is I'll finish off this floor. I'll finish this floor, and then I'll end off today's episode. How long will that floor take me? No idea. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 20. And realistically, I know my luck, it'll probably be closer to the 20, but hey, I have no real worries about it. Okay, Heimdall has learned Magarula, so I now have access to a Garu spell again, which is quite nice. And I can just kind of target in on this one guy. I can just target in on this one machine and soldat. Okay, there goes the Shogoth. The repeater damage doesn't do all too much. Bufula hits for 91. Water Spite out for 101. Bal levels up. And Agilao finishes it up. Wow, actually survived. So Zanima finishes it off. But I should probably just go for I probably should just go for the fusion spells, because if I go for the fusion spells, I can potentially get mutations. And if I get mutations, that's even better for me. Because if I get mutations, that means I can get stat boosts, I can get more moves, and I can potentially get, whatchamacallit, double levels up. Not levels. Oh, that's just good against magic, period, huh? Okay. So we'll just attack, and then Lisa can just kind of punch one, I suppose. Then we can go for Fiery Fury, and then I can have Yukino switch back to her base persona. Not her base persona, no, that's Genbu. Her base ultimate persona of Durga, and go for Sonic Bullet, and I think I probably kill them all, well, kill them both this turn. Looking at how much damage those are doing, maybe not. But I'd definitely get rid of one of them. And now I can just run the same turn back, and it just made Lisa's physical attacks more powerful. So, not that it made any difference, but hey, that's fine. And Lisa is getting ever closer to that level up. I mean, I say that, but everyone is, because, you know, everyone's getting the same amount of EXP as far as I can tell. Okay. Oh, I remember this room. I remember this puzzle. So I have approached this from the wrong side, I think. I don't know if this is going to be doable from the angle I've started approaching this from. Well, let's see if I can negotiate with this python. This is a, like, weirdest python possible. Like, I've never seen one... you know what? Never mind. Okay, so... that's going to attack. 23 hull damage. Zionga, 33 hull damage. Confusing dance. Confusion. And now we can just deal with this the old-fashioned way. By letting Maya handle it. Time tested. Also, I say all this, and I'm going. I do all this. I get all these lovers cards. I'm probably not going to be using another lovers persona in the game because I don't think many of them are all that good. With the exception of Lisa's ultimate persona, when we gain access to that, I will prompt that. Because so far I've done a pretty okay job at using everyone's ultimate personas. I am going the wrong way. So it probably helps if I actually kind of turn the camera with where I'm going. But here's the thing, I'm pretty sure there's also a couple of items. So I'd quite like to get all of those if I can. Which is why I'm also making myself go the wrong way. Okay, I'm just gonna run from this. I should have negotiated. Okay, we run. No. Okay, possession. Oh. Okay. Let's run. There we go. You got off easy this time. They say, like, you know, kind of just cutting Maya being dead away, I guess. But hey, Maya's fine. She'll be okay. She'll be okay. That's a damage flaw. Well, that's a teleporter. I think I have gone the right way. I could have sworn I was going the wrong way. Oh well, I need to switch personas over for people. I need to switch personas over for... And they're different types of enemies. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna kill these guys. Your Honor, we're just gonna kill these guys. Why? I mean, one, you know... one, just what they are. And two, hey, that's free experience on the table. But I am pretty sure... I'm pretty sure that there's an item somewhere in here. But I think I can live without it. Because knowing my luck, it's probably nothing all that special. And if it's a weapon, I can probably beat the game without it. But I don't know, I am a little bit concerned about it potentially. But you know what, it'll be fine. It will be fine. So I'm just going to quickly check. Oh, those are all teleporters. Well, that changes things a little bit. If all of those are teleporters, then this suddenly got a little trickier. Especially because now I'm looking at this from the wrong angle again. Oh boy, I love looking at puzzles from the wrong angle. Okay. So, if I go along... If I go up... Okay, I need to go... I got jumped again. It's times like this when I kind of wish that I had whatchamacallit available. If I had... What's it called? Estuma, that's what it's called. Estuma. My big favorite move from when I played SMT1, because in SMT1 you get jumped constantly. SMT1 is a game that is just non-stop getting jumped. And, look, I love SMT1, it's a fantastic RPG, but you do get attacked by an awful lot of things an awful lot of times. And, honestly, still a fantastic game, but I would recommend to absolutely everyone. Genuinely, if you haven't played it, please give Shin Megami Tensei 1 a try. Like, I know that a lot of people will just completely bounce off it because it's a really old RPG. Like, it is from 1992. Like, it is straight up a JRPG from 1992. So, it's definitely old, and you definitely feel it in a lot of regards in terms of the gameplay. But I still think it is a genuinely fantastic RPG. And, hey, even if you don't play it, I will... Hey, even if you don't play it, I'll be playing it on here at some point again anyway. Because it is one of those games that is on the list for replays. It won't be for a good while, though. Because if I can avoid it, I don't really want to double up. Let's go Dexterity, Vitality, Dexterity there. Basically, I don't want... I'm trying to avoid running 2 JRPGs on the channel at the same time for, you know... Because I know... Okay, this is basically just me kind of pulling back the curtain of a loop once again. I don't know why, but I keep saying it like that. But yeah, pretty much, I will fully admit, I'm aware that... Like, I'm fully aware that, yeah, RPGs are not exactly the most popular thing. Like, I'm fully aware that RPGs are not exactly the most popular thing in the world, especially for people to watch. But hey, they're games that I still really... Like, they are games that I'm very fond of, so they're games that I want to play on here. Because, like, hey... Like, yeah, I could, in theory, I could just play whatever, like, the kind of flavor of the month is. But, where's the fun in that? Like, if I want to play whatever just the flavor of the month is, I'd kind of just play whatever the flavor of the month is. And honestly, I'd just rather play the games that I know I like, you know? Like, if I play something new on here, great, but I'm totally okay with just playing games that I know that I'm... Okay, we managed to get out of there, fantastic. But yeah, I tend to just stick to the games that I know that I like, because, well, I know that I like them. And in the case of a game like Persona 2, I know that people aren't gonna play this. Like, I know that this is a, like, a weird JRPG from like, the early days of the series, whereas when people now quite often will just go, yeah, if it's before, like... Well, okay. Unfortunately, unfortunately, the current state of a lot of Persona is a lot of people going, hey, if it's before, like, Persona 4 Golden, I won't play it. And I think that's a disservice to the series, because all of the games are great. And am I going the right way? I hope I am. But yeah, pretty much that's my kind of line of thinking on it. It's like, I know people probably aren't really going to give Persona 1 or 2 the time of day and play through it. So if I can, you know, make a playthrough, maybe... If I can inspire at least one person to play one of these games, then I think I've done my job. Because I think these are games that everyone should... Maybe not everyone, but they're games that I would highly recommend. That's the combination of words I was looking for. They're games that I would highly recommend to people, but they're also games that a lot of people just would not give the time of day. Especially these days. It's because, you know, you come to this after playing Persona 5, and yeah, it's gonna maybe be a little bit rough, you know? But I don't know, I think all of these games are great. And I think I might be going the right way. I'm going the complete wrong way. Okay, do I have... Okay, I have Bane Splash ready to go. Fantastic. 10 out of 10, I can hit multiple things at once. Because if I can get rid of all these things, that'd be great. But yeah, pretty much, for example, Persona 1, Persona 2, at some point I want to do Trauma Center on here. I'm starting to realize that a lot of these are Atlas games. What else? Shin Megami Tensei 1. And then there's just a few, like, kind of just games that maybe kind of just felt the wayside of history that people don't really think about. Like, hey, if I can get anyone to be interested in one of these games, if it's, like, regardless of if it's one that they just hadn't really thought about playing before, or if it's one that they didn't know about previously, then yeah, I'll call that a success. Okay, we've made it here. Okay. Okay, I guess this is gonna be... Okay, I guess this is a mid-boss, I suppose? Okay. So I think the target idea is... Okay, here's the thing. I want to target the Commandant. I'm gonna target the Commandant guy because I know that the last few times we've seen these guys, because we've done this exact same fight like 3 or 4 times, and every single time the Commandant has ran turn 1. And I would quite like to get the kill if I can, but I imagine he's gonna just run for it. Is he? Yep, there he goes. Running away. Running away and just letting his guys get killed, I suppose. Bro is not a front... This man is not a frontline leader for his, he is not a leader for his guys, you know? Okay, Bane Splash, 100... Okay, respectable damage to everyone. Fiery Fury hits. And I think Tatsuya just killed those guys. Nice. Very good. Fantastic. Okay, so... I've made no progress today. And at least I got another point to agility that I didn't want to get. But okay. Let's see what everyone has to say and then end off today's episode. Let's go, Tatsuya. There's still something I have to do. Yukino-san is so strong. If you ever died, I think I'd lose my mind. Hey there, what are you holding onto your shoulder like that for? I mean, you've been doing that ever since for Caracol. Well, we don't have why don't we have Mr. Take a look? Why don't we have him take a look at it? Just kidding. Sorry, I'll stop trying to be funny. I can't read today, apparently. Yukino, I'm sorry. I wish there was anything I could do for you. So powerless. Okay, so Maya is also still, you know, worried about some incident that must have happened to her dad. But hey, that is a problem for us to encounter and deal with in the future. So I'm gonna save and end off today's episode here. Yeah, because, I mean, the next episode we're gonna be continuing through Caracol, and I'm gonna try to get to the end of it. And, like, get to probably, like, where the boss is, and then the boss will be the episode after. But yeah, I'm going to end off today's episode here. I believe this should be a Friday episode, I think. So, Persona will be on Tuesday and Thursday next week, with Beautiful Joe on Monday and Wednesday. I have to say Monday and Wednesday, because I'm pretty sure the game... Yeah, because that'd be episode 7, and that game is 7 chapters. And I have... And as of the time of me recording this, I finished recording the final episode of Beautiful Joe a few hours ago. But yeah, I'm going to end off today's episode here. As always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined. And I will hopefully see you all on Monday for more Beautiful Joe, or on Tuesday for more Persona. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.